I'm from Paris, and I'm responsible for the airway surgery. And we've got a problem with tracheostomy patients because they are, well, they have some complications. We don't have to get some complication while they are in the hospital. So we developed an institutional educational project for airway and specialized in tracheostomy. So the goal of it was to ensure that the quality of care during the stay of the hospital was great and also to avoid accidents. And for this, we developed a care protocol. We organized the stock of the tracheostomy so that you can have a tracheostomy wherever you are in the hospital. And we know which kind of tracheostomy are in the different stocks. We made a booklet for the family and also for the patients. We made educational films on YouTube, and you have the QR code right there. And one of the topic, it was procedural simulation for cannula care, and the other one was to show all the patient and the professional in the hospital how to perform a tracheostomy. It was not definitely for them to perform it, but to know what's going on during the surgery. And we wanted to have this procedural tracheostomy simulation, and we didn't have any. And this is the reason why I'm here. It was to facilitate the understanding of the surgical procedure and with an appropriately sized tracheal model, because we perform tracheostomy on kids, and with realistic biomechanical characteristics. We wanted the module, the simulator, to look like a trachea, and when you cut the trachea, you have the same sensation from cutting the cartilage. And also we validated it. So we developed it was few different steps. The first one was to develop a standard 3D model for pediatric airway of different sizes. Well, I showed them here. They are not in the good order anyway. And after, it was to combine different techniques, scanning some segmentation from the patient, and then add some modeling that we defined by ourselves. And then with fine-tuning printing characteristics so that it looks like cartilage when you cut it. So the first one, we have a database of patients of 273 patients. No, sorry, 192 for this one. And so we had plenty of data for all the ages, so we were able to perform this. And the first bioprinting model that we performed, it was only with one ink. So it doesn't look like, it has the shape of the trachea. It has the diameter, it has the length, it has the thickness, but it doesn't look like a real trachea because you don't have different ink for cartilage and posterior membrana and in between the cartilage. So it looks great, but it's not real. It's not like the real one. It also has been developed by another team in Seattle, and we've trained on this for tracheostomy, for surgery of the trachea. It's great, but we thought we could be a little more specific about this. So we designed some cartilage ring, and we add them just into the shape that we had, like this. So you know that, well, you can see that you have the different rings, and we performed the tracheostomy on this, and then we validated the model with different experts for the anatomy and for the comparison of 3 different ink that we printed for the palpation, the incision, and also the suture, because we wanted to try the suture on this. Well, this is very simple, and well, they agreed. It's very simple. So it was feasible. We had some multi-layered and realistic. And the point is, it was really easy to make. You don't need funds. We are open to give you the way of doing it, and it's really easy to perform and really easy to use it. So just ask. I want to thank the 3D printing laboratory from the Assistance Publique Hôpitaux de Paris, because we did this great job with them. And also we printed this just to show the nurse what it looks like and how difficult it can be to recanalize a neonate, because the trachea is very thin and it's very little. And also this one for the resident, for the medical student, because sometimes anatomy could be like a game. And it's more fun to use something like this, which is big, and you definitely understand what are the different cartilage in this. And it was also quite easy to make and not so expensive. Thank you very much.
That's very interesting. So cheap and versatile and
Exactly.
widely available.
Very cheap. It's not a big project. It's an easy one.
So you get the STL files from the CT scans. You
Yes.
then print them in.
And we add some cartilage on it so that it can feel. And when you perform the incision on the trachea, on the trachea, it looks like it's some cartilage.
Okay. So if I had a CT scan and I wanted to send it over to you, do you send back the STL so that we can then print it out ourselves, or?
Yeah, why not?
Right. Bit of money in that for you.
I need to have a student for this, but yes.
Okay. Anybody got any questions in relation to that?
Think the same materials and also for orthodontic models and splint and so on. Do you think that it is possible to use this system in the body? This one, due to material.
To have the same material, to have the same shape of a tooth, for example. I'm not.
Surface of this, but many times, one time, asked me one in the presentation that this material is not possible to reconstruct, because it's not possible to from the body remove and use it new one.
Oh, is it?
It is in vitro, is it right?
Oh, yeah, this is definitely not for clinical
Yeah,
applications. Not yet. Well, we can have some printed model for clinical application, but this is definitely not the case right here. It's not the same. Oh yes, but definitely it's another bigger project with plenty of funds and not the same printer and not this. But yes, we can print. We can, but we have to discuss this later.